Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Bailey Bryan today. I'm super excited to talk to you because there's like a whole new era that you're putting out there for 2023. You kicked off this new year with this new era. You turned 25 not too long ago. Why don't you recap for us what has been going down with you for these last few weeks?
The last few weeks, I've just been like telling everybody about the new single "R.I.P.," which like feels really fitting for a birthday. I had a couple of things in my life that I was like, I'm gonna like take care of this and like get shit together about this, like so I can like really embody like R.I.P. as I turn 25.
R.I.P. You need to tell us the backstory behind it. We know there's a lot that went into it, so can you run it down for us?
I used to do country music, and I made the decision to transition from country to pop music. To me, that was just a part of growing up, but to like some people in my life and some people that I worked with, it was a negative change. It was like, you can't do this, like you're getting caught up, like you're not ready, you're not good enough to make pop music, or you can't handle this transition. I kind of came to the other side of it, and that's around the time that I wrote R.I.P., and then I recorded it, and then the opportunity to move to LA came up. I've always wanted to move to LA. It's where I want to be and make music. I lived in Nashville previously for like 8 years when I did country and when I started in pop. But before that, I grew up in Washington State on the West Coast. So LA feels a little bit more like home. And the music industry is just like scary as hell to begin with. So of course there's like fears coming from inside of me and from people around me. And like R.I.P. it kind of like got me through that fear once again. I was like, no, I wrote this because like I want to embody this kind of like fearless evolution and like embracing change. It's been like a struggle, but also like the most important thing. I wanted to highlight just like how much like change you can go through in like just a year of your life, and just with one decision you can make a huge change in your life, and like acknowledging that that's scary, but how much positive can come from it. And I've seen people make TikToks and posts about like, this time last year I was in like a really unhealthy toxic relationship, and like now I'm out of it, and like you can just like see like the before and after pictures of just like they're just like glowing differently, or like I made the move that I was so scared to make, and now I'm living in my dream city, working my dream job, or just like people talking about like wanting to make changes in their life, and like just how the song has like helped them, and like they're getting ready to make the change. And like I hope in a year I see that like they're like, look, I did the thing I was scared to do, and the song helped me, you know?
We also cover a lot of country music. So I remember seeing you down in Nashville when you were super young, and we were cheering you on from the start. And it's nice to see that, you know, you're still doing this and you did make that change. Because like you said, Nashville and LA are two totally different beasts in itself. And country music is not the same as pop. So how are you navigating it? And what was like that moment where you're like, all right, I'm going to do this? Because it is really scary.
I'm really grateful that I got to like cut my teeth as a songwriter in Nashville and start in country, because in Nashville and in country, it's like all about the song and like the lyrics. And like, if you don't have a good song, and if you can't write a good song, like we don't care about you. Like get out of the city. Yeah. And so it made me like equipped to come here, and like Nashville's just different. There's a lot more like celebrity and a lot more like different kinds of music and influences, and people don't focus, and this is a huge generalization because there's so much incredible artistry out here, but people don't focus as much on like the lyric or the story of the songs. I also like bring this whole other unique experience that can only help me, and so that's been helpful to me in navigating just making music in a new place.
And I know with the music video for R.I.P., you documented the whole move from Nashville to LA. So did you know that going in? You're like, okay, I'm going to try and take videos going step by step so I could put it together for the music video?
Yeah, totally. As soon as because we were deciding, like we were making the decision to like produce and release R.I.P. around the same time I was making the decision to move to LA. And I was like, I know exactly what I need to do. This fits. This song is my theme song. It's getting me through this move. So like, why not just like make that the music video? And I told them, I was like, you guys listen, like I'm obviously gonna help. It's my move. Like I'm gonna pack stuff, but like I'm also gonna have to film stuff, and I'm gonna have to ask you guys to film stuff. And I was kind of like asking my parents or my family to be like my cast and crew on top of my like moving crew. They were great about it. They were the best for that. But yeah, that was the idea.
Now I know that this is not like the only music that you're gonna be releasing. I know you're working on a ton of stuff. You have a new project called Sensitive Bad Music Volume 1. So
Yes.
Can you tease that project for me? What's coming? Everything like that.
It'll be like a 5 or 6 song EP, and I wanted to call it Sensitive Bad Music Volume 1 because just the music in general that I make is sensitive bad music, because
Okay.
I've like dabbled in so many different genres and stuff, and like in so many different scenarios. Like calling my music sensitive bad music is kind of just my way of like escaping having to like conform to any specific genre. Like right now, if I had to put a label on, I'd be like, oh, it's like pop R&B with like retro like funk and like 90s elements and whatever. But what the music is about, and what like the constant in my music and my lyrics has always been, is kind of about like embracing vulnerability in like a badass way. Like I used to spend a lot of time in my life feeling like, because I'm a very emotional person, I'm a huge crybaby, I'm extremely dramatic. Because of that, like I felt a little bit like disqualified from like having like confidence in the way that I am, or like, you know, there's the whole like bad persona that's so popular to have and like so dope. And so I felt like disqualified from like being a bad because like I cry all the time. And
I
then
was just gonna say, yeah.
yeah, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we all cry all the time.
Absolutely.
Like some bad like might cry in secret in their bathroom, and then other bad might like cry in front of people on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
which one am I? Who knows? I didn't want anyone to feel disqualified from being a bad just because they have emotions. Emotions are like what make us human, and what makes us beautiful, and what makes me able to make art. And so I, not even super intentionally, like I kind of like to strike this balance in my songs where even if it's like my most sensitive emotional song, you're still gonna feel like a confidence in it.
Now I was scrolling on your Instagram, I see that you have like a sensitive bad club.
Yes.
You're the leader of the club. So can you tell me about this club? Can I be in the club?
Yeah, I'm the founding father of the Sensitive Bad Club, and I started like a separate Instagram account for it. And right now it's kind of just like an unhinged meme page, and I pretend that my cat Puddle like runs the account.
Okay.
But I just wanted a place to like just like dump kind of my sensitive bad thoughts, and like eventually I hope to have it evolve into like more serious content, like merch and like interviewing other sensitive bad bitches on there.
Okay.
Right now it's just stupid memes, if anyone is interested. It's funny.
Now, are there any other like goals that you really want to set for yourself this year in 2023? You are setting the bar high already, but what's something that you really want to accomplish this year?
I just want to get this project out. No, I guess the goal is I want to go on tour. I really want to do a tour. I don't have any plans for a tour right now, but I'm speaking it into existence. Like I think I'm gonna do a really dope tour. I just want to like perform this music for people, and I want to put out a Sensitive Bad Music Volume 2.
Now, Bailey, you know, we are Celeb Secrets, so when I interview everybody, I ask like secrets, fun facts, maybe even like behind the scenes stuff. What's something that people really don't know about you and your music that they would be surprised to know by, you know, looking on your Instagram or seeing you on stage?
A lot of the times, like my songs, they're all very real and like authentic to me, but a lot of the times they come from me like blowing something out of proportion.
Okay.
That like I'm elaborating on a very small feeling or circumstance and just blowing it out of proportion to like relate to like multiple situations in my life. Passion, which is already out. I wrote it after I went on a really, really boring date with an NBA player. Cause you know, I showed up in LA, I got on Raya. I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go on glamorous dates. This guy didn't want to date me. I basically had to like force him into taking me on a date because he kept being like, I want to see you. I want to see you. I'm like, okay, like when and where, buddy? And like he would like deflect and then it wouldn't happen. I'd be like, what? I was like, okay, if you want to see me, if you want to keep talking to me, keep texting me, take me on a date. He was like, okay, fine. He takes me to Sweet Green. He told me that I was talking too loud. like multiple times. We sat outside next to the street, and then multiple times he would like tell me that I was talking too loud, like just weird vibes. And like it was just such like a weird vibe, like subpar date. Like nothing terrible happened. It was just like that was a waste of my time. And I had a session right afterward. And so I got into the studio and I was just like, man, like it's been so long since I've like been on a date and like felt excited about it and had someone like really like sweep me off my feet and like act like they really want to be there and like all of this. I was like, you know what, like I need passion. And then I turned it into the song Passion, which is like sounds like a whole other scenario, but it literally came from like a sweet green date with like a bench NBA player.